Alright, hello, this is your host, Roy Rodriguez, and you are listening to The Boy in the Box. Okay, so a little personal information about me is I am a junior who attends Franklin High School, and we are presenting this case to you today because us, the mystery men in particular, who are presenting this case, because this case is very distinct to us. It's very unique to me and to my co-host Caesar. It's really caught my eye. Well, nonetheless, let me just introduce my fellow co-host here, Caesar Garcia.
Hello, I'm Caesar. I'm also a junior that's attending Benjamin Franklin High School, and the reason why we're working on this case is because we found it to be very interesting. From the way the case was reclusive, from the way the boy died mysteriously, and also we just have an interest in cold cases in general, and we just wanted to create a podcast to inform everyone in Franklin High School.
Alright, this is The Boy in the Box by the Mystery Men. The body was discovered on February 25th, 1957. The body was dumped by the side of the road just outside of the city of Philadelphia. The boy was discovered nude and wrapped in a flannel blanket. Over 6 decades, investigators still don't know the boy's name. They gave the boy's name The Boy in the Box. The boy was determined to be 3 to 5 years old and stood about 3 feet and 4 inches and weighed only 30 pounds. Blunt force was assumed to be the cause of death. The body was discovered by a young man but waited a day to call the police. Because of the weather in Philadelphia, which is very cold, they could not pinpoint the exact time of death. The man who gave this information was later discovered to be a peeping Tom. He was dismissed because of this fact.
Now I will go and begin speaking in my section. One lead was that the boy may have died accidentally in a foster home. Investigators have already interviewed a couple who ran a children's home mansion. In the year of 1961, an investigator attended an estate sale after the family had moved away. They discovered that a bassinet in the house, similar to the box that would have been sent to the purchasers, was the same box the boy in the box was found in. The box was used for the boy, and it was tracked to a JCPenney 15 miles away from the scene. The JCPenney said that 12 of the bassinets were shipped, but all were paid in cash, and there was no record. When the story was heard, 8 out of the 12 buyers called to make sure they weren't a suspect. Unfortunately, they couldn't track the other 4 down. Investigators believe the boy could have been the secret son of the couple's young daughter, and when he died, some sort of accident, they dumped the body because they didn't want to be a suspect of murder or anyone to find out about their illegitimate grandson. However, the women did have a son who died in 1957. Morgan records prove the boy in the box couldn't have been her son. For an unknown reason, his hair had been cut off around the time of his death, but whoever did it in a rushed manner. Detectives have noticed 4 distinct bruises on the child's forehead. Law enforcement theorized the death could have been accidental. Whoever last trimmed his hair could have applied too much when holding his hand in place. A Philadelphia barber came forward shortly after and said that he cut the hair of the boy of a similar description to the boy in the box. The barber said the boy had come in with his older brother and left unharmed. The barber directed authorities to an area called Strawberry Mansion. So why do you think the brother was not investigated further?
Maybe they couldn't get a precise prescription on what exactly the brother looked like. So it could have been anyone. Like they never gave an exact description like how he looked like.
Yeah, that's true.
Do you think he looked? Obviously, he must have looked similar to the boy in the box, but still, that could have been countless people who looked like that. So
yeah, he wasn't specific enough for investigators to investigate the lead further. Yeah, that's a good point.
It was too broad to pursue. So
yeah, I would agree with you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next lead, he could have been the son of a carnival worker. The Dudleys came in to the attention of law enforcement when one of their children, 7-year-old Carol Ann, died as a result of neglect malnutrition. When they buried their child's body, the couple wrapped their daughter in a blanket and placed her in a wooded area in Virginia. Authorities learned that 7 of Dudley's 10 known children died as a result of malnourishment and neglect, and never received proper burials. But after questioning and looking at where they were living at the time, the body was found. Yes, they were bad parents, but were ruled out as being connected to the boy in the box. That seemed like a pretty good lead until they found the body of the boy that actually was malnourished.
Yes.
One of the children that was malnourished.
All right, I think we should move into the next topic. One of the strongest leads that police got was from a suspect known only as Martha. This claim came only into light after a therapy session that Martha was in that the therapist called the police. Martha's mother had bought a child and brought them to their home in Philadelphia. According to Martha, the child had been sexually abused. According to Martha, the kid had been smashed against the floor, killing him instantly after he had vomited in their bathtub. Okay,
Roy, why do you think Martha didn't contact authorities?
Why didn't Martha contact the authorities? Well, maybe she might have been scared. Obviously, since her mother had connections to buying a child, who knows what her mother could have been capable of. And she also killed the child, slamming him against the floor.
I mean, apparently, though. Apparently. That's not concrete.
That's still a scary claim to make.
That is a pretty scary claim to make, yeah, I would agree.
I would be scared of someone who smashed a 3 to 5 child to the floor. That kills him after he just vomited in the bathtub.
Yeah. Well, these are all the leads we have presented to you today.
Well, thank you for listening to our wonderful podcast today. This is the Mystery Man, and this has been The Boy in the Box.